we're back.
Welcome to the Cavalry, folks.
To the Cavalry. Thank you for joining us, Johnny. Again, another great shirt day. Look at you. You're like Barbados Slim.
I don't know who that is. I don't.
Look at that. What you're
Well, I see when I
showing a lot
button
of
this.
chest. No, leave it out. No, what are you doing?
When I do this, I know I feel like I'm being choked. I got to keep it open.
Keep it open. Let the chest breathe.
Let it breathe.
You need a big gold
My
medallion.
hair. I need a gold chain.
Oh my god, you've never looked more porn starry to me.
Except for yesterday.
Yeah, well, except for that time you fucked me in the ass.
That's right. Welcome to the Cavalry.
Welcome to I know. I try to keep it clean. Look what happens. Hey, you just showed me you had a little Ben and Jerry's. Show it again. Let's see the
That's
flavor.
right.
A pint.
I put it away. It was chocolate chip cookie dough. If you know what would make it perfect is if they got rid of the chocolate chips.
That
Vanilla ice cream cookie dough.
So stupid. What?
No, that's my topic. You know what? That's my topic now. Damn it.
No. You have a gem. I heard from last week.
I gotta.
No, that's personal. What do you not like about chocolate chips though? I just don't understand. Like you don't like.
I'm just not a big chocolate guy. Yeah, and then there's a hard chunk of rock in there that you gotta chew. Like
you gotta do this.
Vanilla.
Like this is supposed to be ice cream. It's supposed to be my relaxing time. I don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't. If I wanted to work, I'd be a construction worker.
You're just you're looking at a guy just like eating a bag of just like straight chocolate chips. Like, oh wow, what an athlete!
Yeah, can I get you a towel, sir?
Oh,
what an athlete!
That's chocolate chip cookie dough, whether or not it has chocolate chips or not. I like the reason why I go for Ben and Jerry's is like the exotic Ben and Jerry's flavors that no one else has. Like everybody has cookie dough.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but all the exotic ones are like they all have shit in them. You know, like caramel, almonds, or fucking.
As I've gotten older, I like the shit. You know how like old people like weird candy. You know, they always make fun of, and it gets worse as you get older. Then it's like almond rokas. I never thought I would like almond rokas. You know,
I don't know what that is.
Toffee. Remember just straight up toffee? It's fantastic. But so I was in fact, they make like a Heath bar Ben and Jerry's, I think, or toffee crunch or something. But my favorite was New York Super Fudge Chunk, which is like literally it's chocolate ice cream with like white chocolate and dark chocolate, like just chunks of chocolate in it, which are super crunchy. But I mean, it's just like little mini chocolate bars. It's not like anything. And it has chocolate covered almonds, I think. All that in there. And I'm like, that's so much stuff. And that's why I like Ben and Jerry's. You know, it's all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm a vanilla guy. I play it safe.
But you're not a vanilla guy to the point where you would never buy vanilla Ben and Jerry's because they make that. They make straight vanilla.
I know.
Which is so sad to me. I've seen it in stores before.
I would, except Ben and Jerry's is so expensive that I might as well I don't have a sophisticated enough palate to tell the difference between fine Ben and Jerry's vanilla and, you know, fucking Kroger Ben and Jerry's or whatever, you know.
I feel like that's what we should be giving to you know, like when we send relief to like countries, impoverished nations that need just send them
what?
Vanilla Ben and Jerry's. Like you guys can have all that you want.
I don't know, but I mean, it's good. Like the cookie dough one, you know, if I get a bite that, like, you know, get near the bottom, and it's like, oh, I got a bite without any dough. It's vanilla, but it's still pretty good.
But you know what you'd be doing if you had vanilla Ben and Jerry's? You know what you'd be doing? You'd be putting chocolate sauce all over it.
I wouldn't. I don't like chocolate sauce. Have we not discussed? I'm not a chocolate fan, unless it's paired up with peanut butter. You know? It needs its buddy. Those
So
are the
you,
only two. Those are the only two that I will eat of Ben and Jerry's.
but
Is
you
peanut
don't
butter cup
like, see, to
or
me, in my head, like the perfect ice cream is just vanilla ice or chocolate chip mint. But let's say in this case, vanilla with like Hershey's, not the fudge, not the like fancy hot fudge, but like the actual Hershey's syrup. Oh,
okay.
and then it gets all mixed together, at the end. It's all melted into one big sludgy thing. That's the best.
Yeah, I'd rather have just vanilla.
Oh, you're insane. How could you say that wearing a shirt like that? That's the least vanilla looking guy I've ever met. And then you're just right
I,
down the
I
middle.
don't know.
Just lame-o
I
Johnny
don't
with his
know.
vanilla ice cream. I went to because you made me think because they had, but at this comedy condo I was in last weekend, they had this I don't know, a quick trip, which is a pretty
Yeah.
good. I don't know if we've ever talked about like the subtle differences between like gas station convenience stores, but quick trip, pretty
What's at the
good.
top?
It's a lot of stuff in there. But the ice they had Ben and Jerry's, and I haven't had, I've been off my dessert thing, and I've been sticking to it. But man, I was just every night for some reason after this club, I had this. Maybe it's because the quick trip was right there, but it was
Yeah.
just so tempting every night to go in. So I just go in and I look, but the Ben and Jerry's flavors were cookie dough, and then this tonight the Jimmy Fallon one, which I
Oh
don't
yeah.
care for. So it didn't get me. But if they had had soup, I might have given in. And then I ended up getting an almond Snickers, so I did break my sugar fast.
Did
That's
I
the whole
did I
story.
tell you about when I got a what is it? I got a Ben and Jerry's pint when I was at the Slow Comedy Festival. And I don't know if my refrigerator wasn't working or what happened, but it had melted. And so I just
Drank
it
it.
was like a milkshake. It was like a milkshake. Yeah, it was like a
Just
milkshake.
poured it. You just poured it in a cup. You
I
started.
think Bill Burr has a bit about
You just start. You
about
just start swishing it around like it's mouthwash. Just you gurgling it.
yeah. It's I mean it's good because it's still cold, but it's like you don't have to dig into it.
You don't have to chew. I think we're finding out you just don't. I don't even think you like ice cream. I think you just hate chewing. You just want you want soft
No,
foods.
yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Uh anyway.
Well,
Ben and What do you think Ben what is Ben and Jerry's pint? If you go get a pint, what do you think you're paying for it right now?
I'm pretty good at this, but again, I haven't been buying it lately. I remember I used to get excited if I'd see them for like $4. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
go ahead and say they're up to like 667 for a pint.
Yeah, I think when they're on sale, they're like 4, and that's when I'll get like,
Yeah. I used
a
to
lot.
if I'd see them at
4.
4, I would load up for sure.
Yeah. But I think
Uh
regular is like 6.
my buddy Nick.
If you get them in quick, I bet a gas station's probably like 750.
Yeah, oh yeah. Gas station, you're getting robbed. My buddy Nick, do you think Ben and Jerry's will ever just make like a full gallon of ice cream? I mean, what's stopping them from doing that?
Yeah, that's good. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's too. Maybe they know. Well, people will save too much money. We'll be cannibalizing
And
ourselves.
I bet they know if you had a gallon of Ben and Jerry's, you would actually eat less because you'd go, well, I'm not going to eat this whole gallon. So you're not
Yeah.
like going to scoop out yourself a full pint though. When you have a
Well, they
pint,
don't know. They don't know Johnny Beaner.
wow. See, if you
You
can
haven't
hear
heard.
this, Ben and Jerry's, there's a market opportunity.
It's very niche.
But yeah, I bet it is that they're like, no, we don't want people savoring this. We want them shoving it
I bet
down
you're
their
right.
throats like a fat pig.
Yeah, we're smart. I bet you're right.
I mean, they thought of it. I'm just reverse engineering there. But
Wow.
have you ever had
A
Jenny's
successful
ice
businessman.
cream?
Jenny's. I don't know. I'd have to see a picture of it.
It is, first of all, $4 a pint. Try like $10 a pint, sometimes higher. And it's not crazy. It's not like uh uh New York super fudge chunk or chocolate chip cookie dough. It's like raspberry or you
I'm
should look it
looking it
up.
up.
but it is like I've had it. I used
Oh
to get
no,
it in LA,
no,
and it is
never
so
had it.
rich. It is very good. But then I saw my buddy
Is it
Nick.
just total sugar?
It's just cream, like perfect. Like bad ice cream, which is like like the big plastic tub,
Yeah,
and you rip off that seal, where it tastes a little icy, like you can taste like ice
yeah,
in it.
yep,
So
yeah,
whatever the
yeah,
opposite of that is, where it's just pure
yeah.
cream, that's what Jenny's is.
Oh,
But I don't
nice.
know that it's worth the money. Like it's like again, like it's so much more expensive unless you're like so wealthy that you don't even think about ice cream prices. Uh
Does it have chunks? Like if you get the
no.
raspberry Jennies. Oh, it's raspberry flavored ice cream, no
Yeah.
chunks.
I don't think there's chunks. There's
Oh,
swirls. Like there's often swirls in Jenny's ice cream. I
okay.
very
But
rarely
there's no like,
chunks.
there's no raspberries in it.
No, not full. No, and then there's no like
I'm on board.
yeah, you would like I mean you'd if price were no object, I think you would never do it because I think you're
Too frugal. Maybe,
you're a
but
little
now hearing
you're a
you
little
talk about it, maybe
frugal,
I'll get it once. I'll get it
which is a good
once.
thing to be. Yeah, get it once, just to see, and then you can
Yeah.
decide for yourself. But I think it's like the kind of thing where too, like they're not even gonna have it at you kind of got to go to like the high end, whatever the high end grocery store
Okay.
is, like Whole
Like
Foods or
the Whole
whatever.
Foods, Whole Foods,
Whole Foods
Metcalf's.
will have it. Yeah, is Met? I've never heard of
Okay.
Metcalf's. Is that a nice one?
Yeah.
It's so funny
Yeah.
how regional grocery stores are.
I know.
There's no Ralph's anywhere else. Is there Ralph's anywhere but LA?
No, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
I mean, is it LA or is it California?
Well, I don't even know. It must be California, but like I can't even remember Ralph's being in any other. No, there's a Ralph's
Yeah.
in like Palm Springs, I think. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know like San Diego. San Diego must do they have Ralph's? But it's just so regional.
Probably. Why would you start a grocery store? If I was going to start any business, that seems like the biggest pain in the ass one to start.
Wait, why do you say that?
Because it's a grocery store. You got to fucking stock everything. You got to get rice. You got to get beans. You got to get fucking fresh vegetables. If you don't sell it, it goes bad. Shit. Fucking Target. I mean,
Gotta
Target
get
sells that shit too, but like Target, you just put a toy on the shelf and you just wait till it sells.
Yeah, so it's perishable items, you're saying. That'd be
Yeah.
annoying. But they just throw it away when it goes
Yeah.
bad.
They don't get paid for
They
that.
put it on special. Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know. There's a lot to keep track of.
It's probably a tough business. It's probably a tough business to break into because you don't see a lot
Yeah.
of new startup groceries, except for Amazon bought the Whole Foods and then they were gonna make it so you could just like walk out of the store, but they never really did that.
That you could just what? Walk through the store?
Their whole thing was like, we're gonna make stores where the second you walk
Or you
in, it
don't
just
check out?
yeah, your phone just scans you know what I mean? It knows you went in there, and then you just load up a cart and you walk out, and you never have to do anything because then your phone just knows what's in your cart. I guess is how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would steal the shit out of everything just on principle.
Probably why it never didn't work. Look what we've done with self checkout. I mean, maybe this would be
Yeah,
less
I know. That's how I know.
because like you would have to make sure everybody's got their phone. Like that would be the obvious move. Is just like I left my phone in the car. Whoops, and it's just a free roll. You try that every time. Oh shoot! Oh, I'm always leaving my phone in the car, even though no one's ever left their phone anywhere except for their
Right.
pocket in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
But how, okay, so you got your phone, you walk around, how does your phone know what's in your cart?
I don't know. How does it know that I always want to see ads for you know lawnmowers that mulch the grass and spit it? You know what I mean? They
Because
knows
you
that
watch
they know
those
everything.
and it
No, I
listens
don't.
to you.
They listen. Yeah, it listens to you, so it can know what's in your cart. No,
Well, what if you don't talk about it while you're putting it in your cart?
no. I think the idea is that
One apple going in the cart. Boop.
you're just trying to trick the phone. Oh, you know what? I was gonna get Ben and Jerry's, but I don't even feel like ice cream, and then you're just putting as much as you can. Too bad they're
I'm
out of
not very hungry
too
today.
bad they're out of prime rib. I guess I'll have to just get this turkey burger. Shh. I'm tricking my phone.
I love it.
No, I think the products would have the QR code thingy on them or whatever. And as you walk out the exit, then the exit would like scan. Like, you know who has the
Hmm.
best scanner? This is something you wouldn't guess. The best checkout scanner I've ever heard of or seen in my life.
So you know the answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
My
Do you want me to guess?
no. Oh, you sure
Okay.
you can guess? Do you want to guess?
Hmm. Hang on, let me think.
I'm gonna give you some
Hmm.
real pleasure here, and you get to guess.
Okay. I'm gonna say Payless Shoe Store.
No, what a waste of everybody's time. The Payless shoe store. No, even more surprising, I think, the Payless shoe store. The library, my local little
Oh,
library.
you know what?
It's not even
I
tech. It's not technologically advanced in any other way. But I could take 50 books and just set them on this table and on the screen immediately. All 50 books lined up. I'm not scanning each
oh
barcode.
really?
It just
Oh
knows.
wow.
It just if the second I put them on that table, it knows.
Does
So
it do
shout
it
out
by
to the
weight?
library.
How does it do that if it doesn't scan the barcodes
I don't
individually?
know. I don't know because it just knows, and because they're close, they're just nearby. Something's going on.
Oh, like Bluetooth.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ah,
I'm telling you that it's happening. I'm not telling you how it works. I'm telling you that it works.
no, okay.
I'm not
That's
I'm
wow.
not lying about it to make my library seem cool or interesting. I'm not also just bringing this up and lying because I had nothing to say. I'm telling you this was my actual lived experience. I can't tell you how the
That
technology works.
that's very exciting. That blows my mind. When you started telling that, I got excited because our library, the reader for the scans is very accurate. You don't have to do anything twice. Like at the grocery store, sometimes you're like, "What the hell is it gonna?" I've
Yeah.
never once had to scan anything twice in my library. But you're telling me you can just put a stack on there.
I'm
It's
telling
like,
you, like,
you
because
got it.
sometimes, with ginger, we're getting like 6 or 7 of these. And by the way, never bringing them back. I used to panic about returning books to the library.
Yeah.
And I think there is different rules for adult books and children's books because every once in a while I forget about Ginger having a child. They don't care at all. They actually
But they
don't.
do care about adult books.
I think they do. I mean, especially if they're like in demand. I don't know what the current, penalties are, but I've definitely had overdue books and it's never hurt me.
Hmm.
To the point where, do you
Okay.
know, here's more library talk. There's a streaming service called something. Starts with a K.
Huh.
Canopy. Canopy with a K.
Okay.
And there's tons of movies and shows on there. And all you have to do is put in your library card. It's completely free.
Oh, and it's streaming.
Yeah. And I Googled because they were, how do you want to watch some old movie? And I Googled it because she was, of course, just immediately, she's like, well, we can just pay $16.99 for it. I was like, let's just see. She's like, no, but wouldn't it be more fun to pay the money? No, let's just see if it's free on any of the other 15 things we
Fun.
have.
Yeah.
So I go, if you Google it, usually there's some site that'll tell you where it's playing and for how much. And then I saw some weird, it was like Canopy. I was like, what is Canopy? And it has tons of stuff on there. And it's all
Is this
through your
everyone
library
like
card.
through everyone's library card? Is
Yes.
this like a wow?
You have to have a card and a membership, you know.
Yeah.
But
Could I use yours?
no.
I mean, would
Don't
it let me? I'm not
I
saying
don't,
will you let me. I'm saying would it
uh,
let me.
I don't like it. Maybe, but I don't like it.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to watch it too many times and they're going to
Are you
charge your
gonna
account?
watch something weird on there and get me in trouble?
Get you flagged?
I was just thinking that'd be funny if you had like a library. You know how like different credit cards there's levels. If you had like a library black card, it's like oh no,
Yeah.
I can go in and get that book. Oh, it's on hold for you maybe. Watch this. You throw down your
Yeah, Barb, why don't you go
platinum
get this out of the bag for me?
platinum library card. Uh yeah, so Canopy, check it out.
All right, and that's with a
Lots of stuff
K.
on Canopy with a
That's
K.
a
That's the
yeah.
Cavalry.
Proud sponsor of the Cavalry is Canopy, the library's streaming video source.
I should be sponsored by the library. Look at all this press I'm giving it.
I know. I should be sponsored by Stephen King.
I know you read
It's the
one of
only
his
books I
short
read.
stories recently.
That's right. Whew, boy,
I'm
felt
going to
pretty.
send you the link for this book, Exhalation, because I think you'd like
Okay.
it.
I'll tell you what. I promise I will read the summary. And if it grabs me, let's see
Well,
what happens.
I told you it's different short stories, though. So it's like, even if one isn't grabbing you,
Oh, I
it's
got
going
you.
to be
That's
over
right. I
soon.
forgot.
And then it's a completely different story than like the next chapter, basically.
Are they scary?
No, no, they're not scary.
Mm,
You
okay.
like scary you like scary stories.
I don't know. I mean, how scary is a story, really? We're
Well, that's the
adults.
thing. What's the scariest book you've ever read?
I'd
Where
say
you're
I
actually like worried about it?
none. That's
Yeah.
impossible.
What about it? Did it give you nightmares? Everyone talks about it being
No,
the scariest book. No?
it's not scary. I mean, it's not scary. No, the movies are scarier because you can see it. You know,
Uh,
right?
right. No, you're right.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're absolutely
Thank
right.
you.
It's scarier. Like it's levels of
Yeah.
scary. Like it's the same thing as if I told you somebody was following me with a knife, that wouldn't be
Yeah.
very scary for you. But
I'd
if
be like, who
someone
gives a fuck?
right, but if someone was following you with a knife, you would be very frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
that
I'd be
now we're
scared. I'd
talking
call you.
scary.
I'd call you, and I'd be like, oh my god, Andrew, there's someone following me with a knife.
And I'd be boring. What do I give a shit? There's nobody with a knife here.
Right.
Try to describe it in a way that's suspenseful.
Yeah. Use big words too.
That was one of my topics, probably. I'm sure I've done before, but that it's easier to write a book than a movie. It's easier to write a book than make a movie.
Yes,
It's
because you
so
can just
easy
do
to
it in
write
your
a
bedroom.
when you think about it, it's so easy to write a book. You just say what should happen. Like this guy
Yeah.
should cry and that guy should and then there should be an explosion. And then but when you make a movie, you have to like make all that you have to tell that whole story and make it look like it's happening.
Yeah, that's hard.
Way harder. People
Have
don't
you can you think of any movies where they cheated and they just like filmed a guy telling a story?
yeah, they do that sometimes. It's like exposition, right? They'll just be like, and that's why I'll never go back to Tulsa because that's where my whole family was killed, and that you know what I mean. And then they don't actually have to show
Yeah.
it. But I
And they
can't
just
think of
yeah,
any examples off the top of my head.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of any either.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty
Huh.
boring movie. You know when you're watching when you know you're gonna watch. Here's what Heidi and I don't like are these because sometimes we'll watch these older movies and you can immediately tell they're based on a play. Like they talk like in a you know in there's some movies they have
Yeah.
dialogue. It's like play talk. You know,
Yeah. And then they start singing.
yeah. Well, that even more so. But
Yeah.
then they'll never leave that one set.
Yep.
Like they're always at this one location because They're like in the
because it's a
play,
play.
they couldn't go anywhere else. Yeah, yeah, you get it.
What
But
about 12 Angry Men? Have you ever seen that?
no, because that's like a play. I guarantee you, it's like a play.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be really good.
Yeah,
But it's
I should
again, it's
watch
like
it.
that'd be easy to film. That'd be easy to make.
That's what I'm saying. Or you know what else is like that is the Odd Couple, and I have seen
Oh
that,
yeah.
which is
That's a
good. But
play. Was that a
again,
play?
yeah, I think so. And they're only in like the dude's apartment the whole time.
Yeah. Is that what's his name? Neil Simon? Is that right?
Wait,
I think that's right.
I thought it was Jack Lemmon and Walter
No,
Matthau.
but Neil Simon's the guy that wrote all
Oh,
of them.
wrote the play.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Neil Diamond.
I was afraid I was saying Paul Simon. Anyway,
And I was thinking of Neil
Neil
Diamond.
Simon.
Paul
No, I
Diamond.
think he sings songs.
No, he does a
He's coming
Sweet
to America.
Caroline.
Yeah. Oh my
Uh,
god.
well, what do you think? Topics or no? Do you have anything else?
What was the thing you said that you had to say when you were getting on what when you were like, no, we'll save it till the wax? Was that the Ben and Jerry's talk?
Probably. I can't remember.
All right, here's my one more pre-show
Oh,
discussion
sure.
point. I had two extremes recently. About a week ago, I went to Costco by myself, and it was like at a time of the day when no one goes. And now with Ginger, I imagine shopping with Ginger's not that hard.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah, it's not. She has taken more of an active role. She likes to like go grab stuff and throw it in the cart, but it's for the most part not that bad.
yeah, you're not arguing, and she's not making you feel like a bad dad and like she hates you because you're not buying just
No,
shit
there
garbage for
she is going through like a toy thing. Like if she sees the toys,
yeah.
like it is like a negotiation. But no, not horrible. No.
Yeah, I just can't take I can't my kids.
Oh, they're
I went to Target yesterday and it was like I was having an okay day, and then it turned into the worst day of my life when I was just in Target with my son. So that was awful. But a week before that, I was at Costco. I was by myself. I don't know if I've ever gone to Costco. I have, but it had been a long time. It felt like I was on vacation. It
yeah.
felt like it was just so nice because it was also a time when no one else is there. And I was just like, I just felt like I was like high because I was like, this is so enjoyable. I'm in Costco. There's no one else here. I don't have kids. I could do whatever I want. I can go at my own speed. And it was just very
Oh,
euphoric. It's
I
great.
have not been to Costco since we moved to Oregon. It's been like 5 or 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And I liked it. I really liked it when I'd go in it. But then like somehow I got in this mindset. I was like, well, it's just me and Heidi. Why do I need to go to Costco? But I used to go there when I was single. And then I just
You
didn't
had
have
a
I
membership
think
when
I
you were single?
was that?
You had a membership when you were single, huh?
Yeah. Well, yes, I did because it was always through my like a presence. Like I think if you
Oh.
like my parents would have one or somebody would have one, and then they could gift you like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I never bought one, you know. And now I don't have one. And so and then even though we have Ginger, we probably use it. Like she like just on like peanut butter, paper
Yeah.
towels, just stuff like that. We'd probably like get our money's worth, but it just never even occurs to me. That's kind of inspiring me to go back to what is your like
We
number
we
one
get a check.
thing when you can't like
What, at Costco?
when you go to Costco by yourself, like what can you not wait? What aisle are you just like so excited to go down?
Oh,
It's
I'm
just the
just
hot dog.
excited to get the hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Do you do it first or do you save it till
No,
afterwards?
I do it afterwards.
I save it for a little treat.
Yeah, because if I did it first when I was done with it, I'd probably just leave my cart in the store and go home all sad.
You know,
So I gotta have something to look forward to while I'm shopping.
you eat it first,
Just be like, what's
and
the
you come
point
home and
anymore?
your Aaron's like, "What? Where's all the stuff?" Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Johnny, did you get the hot dog
You
first?
just got the hot dog, didn't you? Uh, I do. So everybody talks about the hot dog, which is great. I remember I used to eat two of them, and you'd get. That's where I first like learned about meat sweats. I'd literally sweat from all the meat in two Costco hot dogs.
So you just got two, huh? Just the two?
Yeah, just the two. What, are you getting more than two Costco hot dogs? They're huge.
When I go there with the kid, they are huge. When I go there with the kids, I contain myself because I have to be a good role model. But when
Yes.
when I'm there on my own, you get two hot dogs and a slice of cheese pizza.
Well, that's still
It's
two
six
hot dogs,
bucks.
though. I know.
What?
That's still only two hot dogs. The cheese pizza is just more carbs, but it's not like
Right.
I'm talking about the
It's not another
pure
hot dog.
meat. Like I would literally get meat sweats from two hot dogs.
Yeah.
Uh, but then you know what nobody talks about, and I'd
What?
never even heard of until my college roommate used to love them, is the chicken bakes. You ever get a chicken bake? It's like
I've
a
never gotten anything
calzone.
except for the hot dogs and pizza.
They sell them in that thing, but it's like a calzone of like chicken and cheese. And I don't know if it's like ranch or just some weird cream sauce, but they're kind of gross, actually.
Sounds. Oh, okay.
You might
Well,
like
then I
it.
won't.
I think they're kind of gross.
You ever get the ice cream big cup full of soft serve? That looks pretty good. I've never gotten
Yeah,
one of those.
no, I've never done
Yeah.
that.
All right.
But yeah, good for Costco. Sticking to
Good
the.
for Costco.
There's some
Costco's
guy
great.
who's like always. I see him on my social media, but he's always like. He's preparing. He's like already mad about them potentially raising the price of hot dogs. So he's like trying to like preemptively strike Costco for even thinking of raising
Oh yeah.
this thing, of which they must lose their ass on every hot dog sold. Like I
But
can't
that's not what
imagine.
it's about.
Right.
That's the price to get people in the door.
And you need a membership to get one now. You used to not need a membership to buy to eat at the little
Oh
cafe
really?
outside. Yeah, yeah. Because I knew
Yeah.
guys in college, we'd go there for lunch, nice
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
lunch,
they
little
had some
business
that were
lunch.
the store was outside, like it was like in the lobby where you didn't have to
That's what
go
I
in yet.
mean. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
every Costco I've been to, it was outside.
Yeah. Huh. Well, now
Topics.
they know. Topics. All right. Should I go first?
You go first, because mine's
Now,
so
I'm
good.
not saying this is a great topic. I'm just saying I've got a lot of passion behind this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Now, I'll spit out the topic and then I'll go into my backstory. I don't think like saving seats. No,
Oh,
it's not a thing. You can't do that. You
oh,
can't save seats. You can't save spots in line. It's bullshit. Okay, that's playground children stuff. If they want to do it in playground, say no cuts, no butts, whatever. As an adult, you don't you don't save seats, and you
what
don't.
context? Like any situation.
Okay, sure. Here's my situation. So Edie's graduating 5th grade. This was last week.
Right.
And so Aaron's mom came up from Milwaukee and we're all gonna go. It's at 8 in the morning or whatever. So I was like, all
Okay.
right, we gotta get going, we gotta get going. And Edie's like, I gotta get there by this time. I was like, all right, I'll take Edie. And Aaron was just like, oh, okay, you just stay there, just save seats for us. Immediately, I was like, oh, mother, I hate it, gives me
Yeah.
anxiety. I don't like doing it.
Because it's
I
gonna
feel
be
like an
like
asshole. I think people that do it are assholes.
confrontation after
Yep,
confrontation after confrontation.
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
it is. So I'm like, oh, fine. And I'm like, how am I going to save? I got to save a seat for Aaron, Phoebe, and Aaron's mom.
Right.
And then I find out Aaron goes, oh, and a seat for Duncan. They're going to let him, if you have siblings, they let him out of class so they can go to the graduation thing. So I'm like, I got to save 4 seats all by myself.
Yeah.
Which,
There's not a
like,
coat long
yeah,
enough in the world.
I know. I would just put get an umbrella. So I'm like, oh my God. So I grab an umbrella, I grab a backpack, and I go. I'm like, all right, I got me and
You
those
just
two
got a
things.
you just got a gun. You're just pointing a gun at the seat.
Setting things from the house down.
Yeah.
So I go, I've got 2 things and me. So I can safely say I get 2 programs. I grab the programs.
Not gonna
So
do it.
I got me I got an umbrella, I got a backpack, I got a program, and a program that I set on the seat. So I got all these seats saved. I'm sitting there in the middle so I can avoid, just to avoid people being close to me, being like, oh, can I get in there? They're, they take forever to get there. It's crowded. I mean, at these events where there's parents, the line is out. I mean, it's like you're standing there, people are cutting. I mean,
Yeah.
adults, these parents are like, there's no
Insane.
order. It's all me, 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 me. It's ridiculous.
Ugh.
So I'm saving these seats. And then so Erin and her mom come, and my mother-in-law sits down next to me, picks up the program, just starts reading it. Someone sits down, she's looking in this way, she's reading the
Oh my
program. People
God.
sit down where the programs were because they just picked them up, like, oh, he got his programs too. I was livid, livid. So cut to 30 minutes later, the middle of the ceremony. What's happening? It's Erin's mom, Erin, and then me with two fucking kids on my lap.
Wait, you didn't get the seats back?
So no, someone sat there.
But did you tell
There was
them?
nothing
No, I'm
saving.
actually saving those. Those were saved.
No, because it was I wasn't next to it. It was that wasn't my job anymore. They were there.
Oh my
They
God.
could have done it.
Was Aaron pissed?
Aaron didn't give a shit. I was pissed.
Oh my
He was like,
God.
"Oh, who cares? Fine."
So you're saying
Duncan
you
doesn't
should
need.
you're saying you should have just never been put in that position in the first place, and that everyone
Yes,
just needs to get there and get the seat
I
that they
should have been
picked.
like, "Yeah, we're all going. If we want to all sit in a
Yeah,
good spot, we all need to go and be there."
I'm with you. I'm with you. Don't save
Because
seats. I
even
would
if you
hate it.
got someone saving your seat, in the back of your mind, you're like, well, I'm not going to hurry as much as I could. My
Yeah, no, I
seats,
got a spot. Yeah,
sweet.
yeah,
I
I
got
got a
seats. Yeah, I got a
reservation.
spot.
You don't rush to the
Yeah.
restaurant to get your reservation early, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would have can I critique slightly?
Please, please.
I think the move is to put the most obscure object or the biggest, like the umbrella should have gone on the seat farthest from you that you were saving. And then as you get
Okay.
closer, that's when you first of all, programs is a very flimsy way to save seats. I'm not disagreeing with your overall point. I'm giving you backup. Let's
Uh-huh.
just not save seats. But if you had to save seats, program is a ridiculous choice. It looks like something that would be on all the chairs. You know, it's almost like an invitation. Like, please sit here. The seat is not taken.
Right.
You got to
But
go
it's
with
also
odd
but it's
umbrellas.
also
Great.
like, yes. But it's also, I can see when I'm before they get there, I can be like, oh, there's that program I'm saving that. That's why that's there. But once they're sitting there and I'm like, okay, my job is done. I shouldn't be on the hook for, oh, wait, you took the
Yeah.
guard down
And
and
the other
weren't paying
thing,
attention.
and I'm not trying to throw your mother-in-law under the bus, but she's got to take the outside seat. In a seat saving situation,
Yes.
you don't sit
Yes.
next to the person. You're trying to occupy as
Get
much
borders.
area as possible. Like, think if you were a
Yep.
general in an army and you're like, okay, here comes the cavalry. You don't get right close to the other army. You establish a perimeter,
Yes.
and then they can come sit in the middle once you have it
I
secured, because
agree.
nobody's going
Yep.
to fight over grandma to sit in the two seats between you and grandma.
Ah. Yep.
So, again, not your
Oh,
fault.
so I was
The
seething.
programs, not great, but mostly that's their fault.
Oh, yes, agree. Okay, I could have done better, but 0% my fault.
Zero
Zero.
percent, 0% your fault, because let's just all get
Let's
there.
save seats.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate like, that's what they people, I don't really experience this because I would never fight for the spots, but there's some of these like people at resorts, I'll see them complaining about it when you're like looking up a hotel, or you do
Yeah.
this on cruise ships too, but they'll get up at like 6 in the morning when the chairs first go out at the pool or the beach, and they'll sprint out there and throw towels on the chairs, you know, and then
Yeah.
save them the whole day for their stupid family.
Can
It's like,
I
is
tell you
that
what I do?
vacation? Is that vacation?
Right.
You know what I mean? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's cheating.
Vacation should be, let's go to the pool, and then there'll be a seat there when we get there. Like I can't believe that that's what we've come to, where it's like we have to run out there at the crack of dawn and throw towels on chairs. And they're the
Yeah.
ones ruining it, because if you just didn't have the ambition to do that and no one did that, and you just took a chair when you needed it and when you got up and didn't need it, like obviously if you're going to swim, you leave your towel on it and you come back, but like other than that, then there
Yeah.
wouldn't be this mad dash for the chairs, you know? There would be chairs available.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, so I'm backing you
I'm
up.
not opposed to pulling the towels off and being like, you know what? When
Dude,
you
would you
finally
do it
wake up
really?
at 9:30 and you're
That's
like,
it.
what the hell? What's your argument going to be? What's your argument? What are you? Who are you going to complain? Hey, I came out here and I put a towel down. I went back to bed. What the
I
fuck is going on? My
I've
towel's
seen
not there
it.
anymore.
I've seen the
Yeah,
confrontations happen on the ship. And you know who
good.
wins? The person who had the towel down. The person who pulls it off always backs down. And you know what they do? They pretend like as if they didn't know. Like, oh, we thought you were just gone. We didn't know there was anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the
I mean, that's
person
what I
who,
would do too. I don't like
because you
confrontation,
want to know
but
why the person wins who put the towel down? They're just the type
they're
of
fucking
person.
assholes.
Yes, they are the asshole who will win in that situation because they're just willing to take it to a level that normal people don't want to end up at. Like, I don't want to be in one of these videos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be in some video where I'm fighting someone over a pool chair, you know, but they will. They're probably hoping.
Like if I had the audacity to go put a towel out and then so I got up and and someone was in my spot, I would be like,
Yeah. I would walk away. I just go, hey, they got me. I tried. I have to sit somewhere
yeah,
else. I'm not fighting them
yeah,
over it.
I'm getting all pissed off just thinking about this. These fictitious people. God damn it.
That's like the key, is just to never go anywhere anybody else wants to go. It's like the key to
No,
all vacation is you got to find somewhere nobody else thought about going to. Or it's like it's an actual hidden secret. But like once you find it on social media, it's too late. You got to find a place, you got to know a place, or you got to have heard about it from like a neighbor or something. But if you hear about it from Instagram or just like, hey, what if we went to, you know, Hawaii and the at the, I don't know,
yeah,
man. It's, I can't
no,
fight crowds for vacation. I mean, I don't really take vacations. Every vacation I go on, I'm actually technically working, but
no,
I just can't imagine paying all that money and then fighting crowds. I would
no,
hate it.
no.
Uh,
All right, what
but
do
I'm
I
backing you
back
up.
you up on?
Okay. Every standing ovation, if you get a standing ovation, you have to be like a little bit hacky. You can't get,
How so?
well,
Oh, you mean you have to be a little hacky to get it?
on stage. Your
I
act
gotcha.
or you
I
have to
gotcha. I
do
gotcha.
something kind of hacky to actually get a standing ovation. There's no
Ooh, this is a
there's
bold stance.
yeah, there's no scenario where a comic I just love, he or she could be just like, but just so purely original and funny and great. But when
Yeah.
they're done, they're not getting a stand in my head. And I'm thinking of examples, but even a hypothetical one, like the funniest special you've seen, plus like let's add 10%, they're not getting a standing ovation unless they're doing something like a trick, like sort of hacky. Not even like a big hacky thing, just like a little bit of an appeal to the sincere, like maybe a little bit of a heart tug. Not even at the end, maybe it was a little earlier, something about a, you know, loved
What's an
one.
example? I need an example of like, let's say a Bill Burr special or something.
An example would be a, like, let's say Bill Burr did his act.
Yeah.
But see, Bill Burr would never do this. That's the problem with that, isn't it?
You would never
But so
do
that's
what?
just what I'm thinking of that would get him a standing ovation, because I don't think he gets standing ovations at the end of his.
He
special.
doesn't get them.
Maybe he
Okay.
does at this, but like once you're that famous, I think that sometimes they're obligatory. Like you get them when you walk out, you know. So
Yeah.
it's a little
That's
different.
that was my only holdback for not is
I mean,
just
you can't be
but you're
blamed.
right.
You can't be
If you're
blamed.
gonna get it just based on who you are, that doesn't count to your argument.
So an example I would think of is closing on like not a joke. So even though maybe you were super funny the whole time, but then you do an appeal to some sort of human decency or
You
like you
talk about
call
breast cancer, someone
yeah, or
close
you
to you that
call back to something emotional rather than or you like change it like you had a joke earlier and then the callback is that this actually happened or this is it and that's why I love you and I live every moment and thank you so much and then you drop a microphone and then everybody get like that's like a trick like that's hacky to me.
yeah.
That's not stand up. So like, but not that that's bad. Like you're a great performer and you're getting the react obviously the best possible reaction. But I just
Yeah.
can't think of a scenario where someone's just so funny and clever that then they just stand up at the end. Maybe it's happened, but I don't think so. Not that I've
You
witnessed.
don't play it.
I'm not buying
Huh.
it. I think you got to sell your soul a tiny bit. And we've all
Yeah.
done it. I'm not sitting here saying I'm pure. We've all done a couple tricks every now and again to survive, you know?
Sure. Oh,
Little
of
little
course.
you know what I mean? Little
Oh,
pandering
lots
to
you've
this
done.
crowd, pandering to this town, whatever,
Yeah.
because you got to survive. But I just don't I can't think of that many pure comedy standing ovations. I don't know if they
Hmm.
exist.
Yeah.
Because there's something about it that's sort of um I'm trying to think of how to say that word I was trying to say. But there's something about it that's like sort of the opposite of what it doesn't feel like comedy, just like it feels like opera or the stage or something, which is almost
Yeah.
like comedy's supposed to be a little bit more, you know what I mean? Like you just laughing.
Yeah.
You're not like it's not important, you know?
Yeah.
Standing
Yeah.
ovations feel very like they do that at the that Cannes Film Festival. Like every movie gets like a 10-minute standing ovation or whatever. Like that's not comedy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get behind that.
How many standing ovations have you seen from stand-ups who aren't
I mean,
like
not a
super
lot.
famous?
Not a lot from people that are not famous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty rare.
Not a lot. Yeah.
And then can you think of
I think
what
the only one I don't think I've ever gotten one
I know?
other than my dry bar special,
And
which I
they
think they
yeah,
just think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
how you
They
end
have
a
to do
show.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got I told you I got one time because I did this corporate gig and it was for these like Tony Robbins, you know him. He's like the inspirational speaker or life coach
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So it was
The big,
like
huge hands.
he has all these fans where they're so super fans that he doesn't do enough events. Like they've given him all their money, but then it's like he's still not doing enough events for them, so they branched off and started doing their own event thing. So I got booked to do it, and it was like in the mountains in Colorado, like I don't know, not Aspen, but something like that. And then they gave me a standing ovation, and then I was feeling so good about myself, just like a full on boom, just shot up. And then I was like, oh, they're just trained because I'm sure like Tony, their whole thing is like positivity and that so everybody's the
Yeah.
greatest. And I was like, so I completely dismissed it immediately, like, oh, they have to do that, you know.
Yeah.
What they do for Tony Robbins, he'd probably shoot him if he didn't.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
So I
You
think
have the
that's
sign. Instead of an applause sign, they have an ovation sign.
and then I'll get every once in a while. Do you ever get it where there's like one guy or like one table that tried to start it, but then nobody else are like, what are you doing? That's happened to me a couple times recently. And then the host will always comment and they'll make their stupid joke. They're like, oh, it's pretty sad. He only got a one table. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when you got to stand out on stage and be like, "Oh, Thank you.
Yeah,
Just basking it, hoping
I gotta,
everyone
like,
else catches up. Come on,
make
people,
everyone
come
else feel, oh, that's amazing. You know how good that makes me feel? Thank you. Oh, stop. That's too much. Like, until they all stand up.
Oh, stop. He does sit down. Well, I mean, not literally.
No, no, no,
I mean,
no. Keep,
if you want to get up,
going.
you can. Yeah.
Don't literally stop.
Yeah. What are you, an idiot?
And I can see how people would hear this and go, oh, that's just sour grapes because you're not good enough to get consistent standing ovations. And that's not what it is. It's not
No,
what it is. Okay. I don't want standing ovations. It'd be uncomfortable and time consuming. You're just up there. Now you got to be up there and acknowledge it and wait it out. I'm trying to get to the restaurant before the kitchen closes.
You sound like Chevy Chase in the movie Vacation when his wife's like, "Do you think she's pretty?" Oh no, Christy Brinkley. No, she's ugly. She's ugly. I don't want that. Oh boy. Well,
all right. Great up.
Another good one in the can. Tune into post show banter.
Post show banner.
Everybody.
Come see us on the road. I'll be in Tacoma. What'd I say? July 19th and 20th. Johnny?
Yeah, comics you should. Oh, I should have mentioned this one last week. I was just in Chicago for Comedians You Should Know on Wednesday.
Oh, you did mention it.
The 19th. No, I didn't. I'm doing the Lincoln Lodge on the 5th and 6th, so I'll plug that again. 5th and 6th, Lincoln Lodge, Chicago, and St. Louis Funny Bone in Westport, August 1 through 4.
There you go. All right. Thank you, everybody, as always, for listening to The Cavalry.
The Cavalry.